Greetings. This is Vapor.RAINBOW, a flash tour of some of the brightest new releases from the past month in the Vaporwave and Vapor-adjacent genres. With so much amazing internet music being made every day, I hope to share some of my favorites and point out things that you may have missed, or start you on your own journey to discover your new favorite album or producer. Now, let's begin. Aphelion Drift Quarantine is the third sci-fi concept album to appear on the Seiko label by producer CREME Rinse and Repeat. It uses Vaporwave-style sampling to tell a story of a space station under quarantine from the threat of a deadly contamination. This is a truly cinematic experience and perfect example of how Vaporwave can really craft a story that's unique to this genre. Commercial TV delves into ambient synth territory with tense Serenity 1, the first part of a planned trilogy exploring alienation in a world saturated with commercial noise, something this producer explored in their previous Broken Signal-style release called Don't Change the Channel. This album reverberates with massive synth melodies and ominous pads, all presented at a plodding funeral pace as the listener journeys from cold isolation to transcendent celestial travel. Producer Leucrocuta says this about her album Exorcises and Loneliness. Making electronic music freed me from a lot of the restrictions and hierarchies of classical music. I've started to wonder, can music throw light onto your soul when it leads you down darkened and lonely paths? You'll have to listen to this album to find the answer for yourself, but along the way you'll meet strange and unsettling characters, travel unexplored lands, and this modern classical-inspired experimental piece. Carrington Institute by At Night Outside was released on the tape label Lost Angles and is inspired by the N64 classic FPS game Perfect Dark and other similar stories of the supernatural. It's a long, meandering journey that slowly builds in intensity through synthwave, vaporwave, and it even has a few vocal-based dreamy pop tracks thrown in there. Mystery is one of a growing band of producers who are forging new territory in the microgenre known as slushwave, a style almost synonymous with the legendary producer Telepath, which employs maximum levels of reverb and a unique application of phaser effects to create an experience of floating in a bed of sound. Love Nightmare definitely wears its influence on its sleeve, while leaning even harder into the ambient dream, weirdness, and out-of-body experience than other predecessors have in the past. Don't miss the 30-minute highlight In the Distance, a track I feel could have gone on for another 30 minutes and I'd still be hooked. Finally, my pick for the must-listen new release of the month is Bubble Universe by Nonlocal Forecast, a new alias of Angel Markloid, also known as Fire Tools, also known as Mindspring Memories, among many other established AKAs. While Mindspring Memories is more of a classic Vaporwave-style alias, and Fire Tools, well, it sounds something like black metal from 800 years in the future, Nonlocal Forecasts forges something of a new direction, channeling a lot of the same creativity and just complete disrespect for any sort of boundaries from Fire Tools into a very accessible yet deep and rewarding project that heavily draws from jazz fusion, instrumental prog rock, incorporating prog keyboard and guitar with vaporwave characteristics like MIDI sequencer electronic compositions. This album really showcases Angel's immense skill as a composer and producer in a new light, so definitely don't miss this and go check it out.